Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. You've probably heard the term side hustle being used a lot these days and maybe wondering if this is something that you can consider. Our next guest is here to help. Here to share what you need to know, we welcome writing and personal branding coach MJ Halberstadt. Great to meet you.
Hi, thanks so much for having me here today.
I feel like you're the king of the side hustle because you have so many things going on.
Yeah, I have a lot of plates spinning, and
Yes.
some days it's all I can do just to tap each plate and keep them all going.
You must. So is writing and playwriting, is that kind of your main passion and sort of your main work?
I would say so. That and teaching. I've taught in a couple different contexts, and I see writing and teaching as two sides of the same coin to me.
So tell me about the term side hustle, what it means to you, and how you kind of navigate that in your everyday life.
Sure. So I was always a side hustler. Straight out of college, I had a job in college admissions, actually. And when everyone else that I worked with went home at 5 p.m., I felt like that's when my day began. Because I would go off to the theater and rehearse my plays, and I helped found a theater company. And then I had the opportunity to teach one creative writing class, and I quit my full-time salary job in order to take that one class, and then I was off from there. And it's just a matter of cobbling things together and using the skills that you learn in one context, applying them to another. That's how I became a college essay coach, because I had my college admission background.
There you go.
I consider myself someone with a portfolio career.
Absolutely, because you find that having little passion projects and being in a space where you're really finding joy, even if you have to kind of put the puzzle pieces together to make the income possible, but it makes you happier.
Exactly. I'm very bad at faking it.
Me too. Makes sense. So tell me how you navigate that, though. I mean, making sure that you have these streams of income and not stretching yourself too thin, because it's not really easy to manage all that at the same time.
No, it is not. It helps to create little systems for yourself to keep yourself accountable and to create reasonable boundaries around your work. For example, I need to go to sleep every night, and so does my computer. So I throw a blanket over my computer when I am done with work for the day.
So good.
That way I can move on and focus on other things. And then the other thing that's been really helpful to me is to think about my company as something that is very much outside of myself, that is not me. And that helps me to think about what my business's needs are and what does and doesn't belong to my business. And there are some things that are just for myself. For example, my husband and I are both knitters, and my writing coaching business is not a place where I would sell my knitwear.
Sure. But that's so hard too, is for some of us at times to disconnect from the work, the business, because our identity gets kind of enmeshed in that. But we have to be separate.
I agree. Even if you have a one-person business and your business is just you are more than just your business.
Sure. Absolutely. And I think a lot of people who come from a creative space, just intrinsically, you have to know how to hustle at all times, because you might not be sure where the next meal ticket is coming from, because the work is constantly changing.
Yes, that's very real. And we're approaching the end of the month, and a lot of freelancers and side hustlers will feel that pinch and that rush. Are there other kinds of people or in other spaces that you encourage to think about, hey, maybe a little side hustle could help you out or be beneficial to you in any way in your life? Yeah, I mean, if you're someone who enjoys predictability and enjoys routine, side hustles probably aren't for you. But if you're someone who thrives in uncertainty and in ambiguity, and you enjoy creative problem solving, then I think it could be right for you. Obviously, it helps to have a passion, something that you really care about, and having the sensitivity to notice when you might not know everything about the potential of your business. Talk with other people and see what their questions are and what lights them up when you talk about the business. And then you'll discover the potential of your skills and how they can be helpful to other people.
Because do you find that a lot of people might have a 9-to-5 that, you know, they clock in and they do the work, but it doesn't really bring them that much joy. And there's something else that they really love doing, but they're not really aware that that could be actually an economic opportunity for them.
It's true, and I think it's an economic opportunity, but I also think it's an investment in yourself. And as you said, what makes you happy and what makes you light up, and better able to show up in all the other areas of your life, because you're also doing something that is truly for yourself.
And you never know too what kind of social connection that you can make, and then you could grow into something beyond what you ever imagined.
Exactly.
Like what you do, you help so many people and all these different facets of your businesses that you're running, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I try to. It's been a journey, and it's not always rosy, but it is always very empowering.
Absolutely, and you learn so much along the way. Even in the tough times, you come out of it and you go, okay, I figured that one out.
Exactly, and it's also, even though I'm a solo freelancer, what's been really important to me is to engage in my community, whether that's the LGBTQ community or the climate tech community. I've been developing my idea with other people, and I've always been bowled over by the generosity of people. That's why it's important to me to offer free consult calls and to offer a free Friday morning pep talk for folks who are working on writing something for their business.
That's so great.
There's
We're
so
happy
many
to
free
have
resources
you
out
here
there.
in Portland offering so many resources. It was great to meet you. Thank you so much for stopping by today.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Of course. For more tips and information about MJ, just head to our website at katu.com. And we'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.